Now, since our last couple of videos were all about peak efficiency, and that is usually our main focus when we get into workout routines, today, for a change, it will be all about what feels the most amazing when it comes to stretching. And I feel like that could be a priority more often, focusing on exercises that make us feel really good. So if you're ready, let's forget about efficiency and go for peak enjoyment today when it comes to our stretching exercises. When it comes to feeling good, there are almost no stretches that feel better than anything that forces your back into complete extension, which in turn means that we are stretching our entire anterior chain. Instead of having to raise up by yourself and require all that strength, you can just use a bozo ball, for instance, and just lean back, opening up your entire anterior chain, lengthening our anterior delts and chest, our abdominals, hip flexors, and quads. And if you're someone who doesn't have too many balls at home, what you can do is also just use a bench or a chair and just lean backwards over it. Bring those hands down to the ground and just relax into that position. You can just hang around, opening up your chest and shoulders. Take a couple of deep breaths. You can stay in here for a minute or two. Just be sure that you don't get all that blood in your head and you lose consciousness, and then you can just take a break. And as I said, that is one of the exercises that feels absolutely amazing when it comes to stretching in general. Switching from our anterior to our posterior chain, we'll grab ourselves some sort of weight. I'm going for a heavy one. If you're doing this for the first time, please start with a lighter one. And we're gonna step up on any sort of elevation, grab that weight, and let it pull us deeper and deeper and deeper into a complete posterior chain stretch, starting at the upper part of our calves, moving up our biceps, our glutes, our spinal erectors, our traps, posterior delts, and decompressing our shoulder joints as well. And the more flexible you are, the more weight you can use, and the deeper you're gonna get pulled into that stretch. And the good thing about this one is you don't need to do anything whatsoever. The fact that you are leaning backwards against the wall means that you don't even have to balance yourself, and now the weight is doing all of the work for you, and you just relax into that stretch. Enjoy how amazing it feels. Take a couple of deep breaths, and once you're bored, you can just let it go, take a short break, and of course, repeat for another round if that is what you want to do.
Please like and subscribe, because my cat's lifestyle is not gonna pay for itself, and I wish I could tell you that they would be grateful, but that would be a lie. However, I am grateful enough for the three of us.
Since a lot of people struggle with back tightness, especially their lumbar or lower back and their spinal erectors, by far one of the best feeling stretches for this particular problem. One foot flat on the ground, placing the other foot flat on our knee. Keep both legs in one single line. Then we're gonna cross over, right hand on the left knee. We're gonna pull both legs to the right while turning our upper body to the left. We have complete rotation in our entire spine, all the way up to our head, especially if we're turning our head sideways. Once we are here, we want to take deep breaths into our stomach, expanding, which is gonna stretch out our lower back and our obliques even more. And then when breathing out, we wanna push out all the air, pull our stomach in, and push ourselves deeper into the rotation. Now, I'm already at the end of the range of motion because I am on the floor, but if you are struggling to get deeper into this exercise, take a deep breath in. And then when breathing out, push yourself deeper into the stretch. And then of course, we just have to switch it up. Right foot on the left knee, left foot on the floor, left hand on the right knee, and complete rotation in our entire spine. And trust me on this one, if you don't do any of the other exercises, this one can be done from the comfort of your own bed, and it feels absolutely amazing. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's because it's true. Next to our lumbar problems, a lot of people carry a lot of tension in their upper back as well as their shoulders and their neck. And one of the easiest ways you can work against that is by hanging yourself into this position, lengthening your delts, lengthening your latissimus and your traps at the back, and letting your head hang loose and let your body fall into that position, opening up your entire posterior chain into spinal flexion, meaning rounding your back and lengthening all those muscles that are there. And if you can, like, really relax that neck and let your head hang totally loose, just like so. And even though we're not doing anything, we're just hanging around here, we are already working on our flexibility and releasing all of the tension and tightness with the least amount of effort possible. This one doesn't just feel absolutely great, but it's also really effective at helping us open up our chest and our shoulders, which if you are working on them a lot are going to be really tight, which leads to a myriad of other problems. And that is going to be the butcher's block. Sitting down on the ground, we're going to place our elbows on any sort of elevation. We're going to close our hands, and from here we're going to start pushing our upper body down towards the ground, opening up our chest and shoulders, and then additionally we're going to pull those hands all the way back here, because that is going to force our triceps to lengthen as well. And now we're basically having a longer line moving down the triceps into our latissimus as well as our pectorals and anterior delts, opening up this entire area, as well as lengthening and stretching our abdominals, which are really tight in a lot of people. Just like this, push down, take deep breaths, go into spinal extension, and enjoy that chest opening feeling. Once you're done, take a short break, rounding your back, letting loose of some tension in our lower back before we move into the same butcher's block stretching position one more time. Now, finally, the stretch that I enjoy the most and that I find to have the most benefits requires a tiny bit more effort, but it's totally worth it. That is, of course, the passive hang, just grabbing onto a bar and then relaxing into that position, lengthening and decompressing our shoulders and rotator cuffs, lengthening our lats and all of our back musculature, and even decompressing our hip joints and knee joints. Just enjoying this hanging around. Not only are we basically just letting gravity do most of the work for us, but we are getting amazing decompressive benefits, specifically for our spine and for our shoulders, but also for our wrists, for instance, for our elbows, lengthening all the tendons, ligaments, muscles, and sinew, and even our fascia. Again, this one is, in my opinion, the best stretch you can do. And it's almost wrong not to put it into the peak efficiency exercises, because it has a lot of benefits, but it's also really enjoyable and really nice. Now, those are just a handful of stretches that are really beneficial, which I do because they feel really amazing instead of all the benefits. Sure, all the benefits are great, but having a workout that feels amazing and you get out of it feeling much better is also something that we should prioritize from time to time. Captain Cairo, peace out.